Saturday morning, 9 a.m, the 3rd of August, and we're out on the bike again. We have woken up, had some breakfast, albeit a little bit dry, sourdough and a banana on. No honey, no almond butter, pure raw dog banana and bread. So that is where we are. We're going to head out on a bike ride. Got 2 hours on the bike today, which is less than usual. Shut that door, mate. There we go. Which is less than usual because next week I've got a Ironman. Is it just this? An Ironman 70.3, so half distance, which, yeah, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a good 5-6 hour event. So I look forward to doing that. But today we're just pulling things back 2 hours at a good pace. And then tomorrow, just a 15k run ticking over. And then next week, we'll pull things back slightly. And then I head down to Henley-on-Thames on Friday, race Saturday. Saturday night, I'm at a bare knuckle event, and then come back Sunday. So that's where we are. But the morning has started. New routine in place, including 10 pages of a book. So this is my makeshift balcony at the moment. Normally I have the doors open. And normally the sun shines out, but it's not today. So it is what it is. But bike today, looking forward to it. Going out with Charlie, so nice bit of company. Hopefully the sunshine comes out. And then it'll be a coffee and a cake review after. It's a little cafe up here. They've just brought out a new selection of cakes. So you know we're going to go and try them and give them a review. Before that, I need to go and put on my my lycra and look the part. Already lost him. 5k in and he's a goner. I'm hoping he comes round in a minute. Insert the 2 hours later. Hey, there he is! Hey, there he is! Oh, please fall off. Two hours bike ride done. We've gone for post-ride cycle. McCrum needs some sugars.
Absolutely spent.
So what's that? Cornflake tart. And then a cookie dough. Is it?
I mean, anything's going to taste good, but
What are you giving it?
like a 7-year-old made it. Good though.
Out of 10?
5?
5 out of 10.
Yeah. Getting bored.
I'll try this one. I like that. It's like, you know, like you make at school, like food tech.
Yeah, literally, bro. That one will be bang. What on earth did we just do? How's that?
It's quite light. It's quite light.
Going for the brownie. I reckon do it that way.
Okay, make sure to get on the shot. I'll let you have the ones with a little bit more bits in.
Wait.
Right.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you that tastes.
Apparently it's like...
That tastes how like you'd expect it.
What's in the middle?
It's like gooey stuff.
I'll actually be having that on a Sunday after my roast. Not in like a little coffee shop, you know what I mean? Like a big chocolate
Like a spoon and a bit of ice cream.
Yeah. They're a bit soupy, you know.
That is, yeah. It was the same with the other one I had the other day.
Wow, nice work, bro.
You know what? I didn't have myself down as a tart, man. I think the tart might,
Really?
just for the lightness.
It's too heavy, that, isn't it?
I'll give the tart a 7, the other one a 6.5.
What, this is that?
And that's the run ticked off. The run? Bike ride. Run tomorrow. Bike ride ticked off. 2 hours, 51k. Very decent pace. Fairly hilly elevation. Around sort of Derbyshire way, but feeling good. Legs feeling strong. And finished off with a coffee and cake, obviously, as you've seen. They're all right. They're all right. The brownies that I got from the market a couple of weeks ago, far better. But there we are. So shower now. Probably cook something up to eat, like an omelette. Then head back to Coventry. Charlie's kicking me out, so I'm gone for the night. But it's not too bad because I will watch the UFC, which is on Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia? Abu Dhabi, I think. So it'll be on normal time, so I can watch that. And then tomorrow, going on a run and seeing my mates' new house, how we're all growing up. So yeah, that's the plan, really. Nothing really too hectic, but we're feeling good. Another big week of training ticked off. As I said, a little bit pulling back on things going forward now for the next few days, just because of next week's half Ironman. So 2 kilometre swim, 100 kilometre bike ride, 20 kilometre run. So yeah, after watching the Olympics, it just made me realise, crikey, there are some elite people out there. But there we are, rocking the new shades as well. Then were £75, bought them for 50, haggled him. No, he just said you can have them for 50. So there we are, but ticked off, shower, eat, enjoy the rest of the Saturday. Right, sun is blinding. We're back in the ends, back in Cov Town. Usual, when we're back, pancakes, 3 eggs, 1 banana, a cup of oats, a little bit of oil, and then toppings, you can put whatever. I go with yogurt, some fruit, and then a drop of honey. So this is pretty much the rest of the evening. It is 5:15 and the Abu Dhabi card is on. The television is working. Happy Saturday night. I just hope that it doesn't cut out for whatever reason, but there we are. I'm going to put the camera down for the rest of the day because there is not a lot going on. Might go on a little walk later on just to get a bit of fresh air. Tomorrow, run, 15k. Maybe a coffee after and a cake or brekkie. We'll see. But I'll pick the camera up tomorrow. Hello, doggy. So that's 15k ticked off, nice and steady. First 10 with Mum, and then second 5 on my own. A little bit quicker on my own, just getting excited running around the park. So there we are. That is a week of training ticked off. This afternoon will be, I'm going to pop over to Decathlon to get some cleats, because believe it or not, all of these bike rides I've done have just been in trainers, not cleats, which is not good. So I'm going to go and buy a pair of those and see what else I need. I could do like another zip for the cycling as well. And then we'll head back home early night, and then I'm going to recap the video as to how I've been finding training for this Ironman. So how I've transitioned from my old side of training to now training being almost like a full-time job. So I'm going to go through a few of those, especially for those who may be looking at doing a triathlon or another long-form distance event. Just a few things to consider before obviously entering and training for one. So there we are. But for now, jump in the shower. New shades, not to go in on my head in the shower. And like I say, pick the camera up later on. Okay, it's the next morning. I was going to say I was going to recap the video yesterday, but I come back to where I'm living. My friend wanted a game of tennis, so I had to go and smoke him on that. Come back pretty done in. I've done 30,000 steps, 15k run, and an hour of tennis took it out of us. But I wanted to recap the video with just talking about Ironman training for any event really, and how I'm getting on. So first of all, if you're looking to train for an event, what you need to be making sure you're doing is A, give yourself enough time, i.e. at least probably 8 to 16 weeks, depending on what the event is and your sort of experience. I'd also be making sure that the duration of your training, try and not have too many social events going on, because ultimately that's just going to be distraction. So if you know that you want to do a race in October, but you know that maybe August, September, you've got a holiday with your mates, a family holiday, and someone's birthday, and whatever else, you really do either need to make sure that A, you might have to sacrifice enjoying a few drinks and whatnot, or look at doing another race at a different time. Okay, because ultimately, since February this year, I've not really missed a beat with the training. So I started training for this Ironman in February. We're now in August, and the race is October, and it's already just gone like that. The only time off, I'd say, was when I went to Cyprus for 10 days. I was still running and going to the gym, just not bike or swimming. And I had one night out, which was, heavy. But other than that, everything's been ticked off. I'm not a massive drinker anyway, and that's just mainly because I know the effects it will have on my training and performance and recovery, and that is not aligned with what I'm trying to do. So that's where we are. But for myself, like, the training's ramping up, which is to be expected. It's tiring. I'm like having a nap most days, which, session 1 is normally done in the AM, sort of anywhere from 6 to 9 AM, depending on what session it is. And then the PM session is normally between 2 and 4 PM, again, depending on what the session is. So, yeah, there's a lot of training. I'm enjoying it. It's tiring. One thing, I am enjoying the whole thing. One thing I'm looking forward to after is just the small things, like just going out on a run and not worrying about what distance you do, just not putting any pressure on, or going on a bike ride, stopping off for a coffee and a cake, and then cycling back. Whereas at the moment, I need the cycle to be a full non-stop, because obviously in the race, I'm not going to be stopping. So they're the main things I've took away from. Obviously, there is the sacrifice of social events, going out, etc. But I've coped with that as normal. I can do that fairly fine, because like I say, if it's not going to aid me or help me with crossing the line for the Ironman, then I'm not interested. So pretty blunt with that. On the pros though, I'm able to eat a lot of food, a lot of food, which is good. And some of the foods have been slightly, what's the word? Probably a little bit, might have people's eyebrows raised more, cakes, like brownies, etc. But food is fuel, and when I'm burning through, I looked earlier, roughly like 4,000 calories a day, active and resting, I need to make sure I'm getting that food in. So that's where we are. So far is so good. No issues, injuries, which is always a good one, touch wood. Still having physio just to make sure that the legs are still strong. And ultimately, we're still ticking everything away, chipping away. So we've got another 3 weeks left training here in England, UK. Then in September, out in Marbella for the month, where we'll be training. Peak week we'll be training as well over there, so when the volume and intensity is its highest, and then we'll be tapered down 2 to 3 weeks before Barcelona. So that's where we are. Hopefully it all goes to plan. Can't see why not. And that's it. So the video ticked off. Happy days. I've got a busy few weeks, so lots more videos coming. Got an Ironman, half Ironman this Saturday. I've got a 127 kilometre bike ride at the end of the month, and then obviously in Spain for September. So planned out all the next 5 videos, so just be a case of recording those and getting them out. But hopefully we enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel for more, and I will see you on the next one.